Hello everyone, LoGaNsRychE here. How is everybody doing? For some reason, having a bit of an issue with stuff switching over. That's why there's a black screen. You're really gonna mess me up, aren't you? You are not going to show. Why aren't you going to show SketchUp? There it goes. Okay. I'm just having a bit of an issue. Okay. Welcome to another episode of Logan doing artsy things. This is a series of videos that I do from time to time, and it has always remained active, where I build, whatever in SketchUp. Yeah. Today's episode is I'll actually be building an item for the virtual world Second Life. I'll be taking a two-dimensional item, or rather, I'll be taking a low poly two-dimensional item, and I will be attempting to make it more 3D, more realistic. So starting Second Life up here. Also, for those that are curious, I'll pop that up here. That is the current weather. It has been snowing on and off today. It's been snowing. It was snowing on and off yesterday. Okay, so do a display capture. So this is the convenience shop that I have been working with. Now, these shelves are, like I said, it's it's three-dimensional in the sense that it's a virtual world, but it's low poly. I mean, this is land impact of 1 or poly of 1. And I'll be attempting to build this in SketchUp to make it pop more, at least a little bit, and still attempt to stay within that 1 land impact rating. And then all I got to do is put in 3 of them. Okay, let's see. Alright, so this one in particular, flipping back and forth between, is 2.21 meters high. 2.21 by 0.81 wide. And because it's Second Life, we make sure that the white faces out and the purple faces in, because Second Life renders the purple as invisible. By 3.15 long. Okay. Now, I was originally going to do this just as a one-off project on its own, but then I realized, well, why don't I just file it under me doing artsy things because because of SketchUp. Reset my tag here. Oops. Dang it. Stop that. Okay, now this lip right here, I believe, is only 0.2 high. Nope, actually it's a little bigger than that. So probably 0.25 high. Yep. So we will go up 0.25. And that's done like that. The only other thing I need to figure out is the width up here at the top. It's the only bad thing that's always bothered me about Second Life is that the sun will always mess you up as it's transitioning from either to sunrise or sunset or early morning. Okay, so this is supposed to be 0.45. Grab a calculator here real quick. Divide this in half. I get 0.22. And that determines our overall shape of the shelf. And I'll bring that back. Notice how it kept my contour lines. Now the only other thing that I should have to do, and I'm thinking... Yeah, I thought so. I'm thinking that this is 0.15. 0.1. Actually, it's probably about 0.12 or 11. 0.11, but you know what? Because of things, I'm just making it 0.1. Doing so will not harm it in any way. It'll just make the top shorter, but that's okay. Okay, now comes spacing. Spacing between shelving. Looks like spacing is 0.55, which is which is fine. And then our shelf width is, I think, 0.05. 0.06. Nope, 0.07. Now I can use this again down here, 0.55. Again, shelf width of 0.07. This gives me 3 shelves. Now comes the fun part. I get to put a dividing wall in here. And attempt to make the shelving more square. So I will take this, put this like this. Yes, that will end up showing up on there like that, unfortunately. I may change that when I'm done. Matter of fact, I should probably go ahead and do that now. And I will make that 0.07 as well. The dividing wall doesn't actually need to be any significant thickness for a not so obvious reason. Oh, why did that do that then? did not do that correctly. That was done correctly. And these shelving units will also be done. Be done in a different different color than what's here. Cause see, do you see how these are? These are metal and kind of grimy. I might do them in. If I do them in a wood finish. Do that number. Ta-da! Now I have, excuse me. Now I have also determined that if I take this shelving unit and split it in half, this will actually render in SL better. I'll take care of that right now. Because of the way Second Life handles mesh geometry. Oh, excuse me. I'll remove that off to the side. Now, originally, I was thinking of making the shells to be square. However, I think perfectly the the actual shells themselves, but I think they're actually fine the way they are. Make my 0.7 mark. Same over here. Excuse me. And now we'll take care of that. No, actually it won't. It won't because of how these are. Because the front is off on an angle, whereas the back is square, is flush and square. Makes things a little interesting. Delete those. Go ahead and do the same thing to the other side here. ahead and bring the top over. Then the bottom. And over here on the and then I will do the same for the bottom shelf. Then we'll bring the top over, and then the bottom. And now that is done. Well, mostly done. Now, because this will be used in SL and will be used either up against the wall or another unit, I can do that because you'll never see the back and you'll never see the bottom. The middle actually may collide if this is placed up against something. So let me move this in some. 2, 3. This way. No collision. Alright, let's get this all painted up. I generally like to use wood textures. I'm not entirely sure why. For whatever reason, I find wood textures of wood to be more to be more aesthetic, to look better. Let's see. This is cherry, which I know I have a texture for. So this will come off as a wooden shelf, but also at the exact same time, if there is another texture that I want to use that's more that's more seamless, that seems to fit better, then I will most definitely be using that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and export. Export to desktop. Shelf, not shelf. I'll come back over here to SL. To upload mesh build. To desktop shelf. High physics, so you get all the little nooks and crannies and stuff. I'll hit analyze. 68 vertices, 16 hulls. I know it's gonna be higher than 2. Let's see, will you tell me? No, you won't tell me. That's quite alright. That just means then that when I get enough in-game currency, that I'll be able to upload that without issue. But yeah, if I make any more episodes after this, without interruptions, would be nice. There'll be more stuff for this shop, as my main areas of concern are these shelving, these coolers back here, and these shelving up here. Actually, I may remove that one, or at least the shelving down here, which are actually be simple to build because they're angled shelves, and I can just sit there and fill them with product. Let's see. I have a magazine rack on its way, and I have an ATM machine on its way. So, do not have to worry about those. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do it for this video. I appreciate everyone that does pay attention to these videos. If there's something that you would like me to build for you in SketchUp, make sure to send me a message about it, and we'll talk and discuss and go from there. And I'll see everybody in the next video.